So in my last video, I was talking about how I underwhelm myself with my to-do list in order to get things done. And I was talking more specifically about things like art journaling, which, by the way, I did finish that journal page, which I will show you when I'm done with this video. But it does beg the question, well, what about bigger projects like writing a book or writing a screenplay or putting together a portfolio, etc., etc.? Well, you may or may not know this, but I did actually write a book. And let me tell you, this takes a lot of work. However, I started exactly the same way. I wrote this by underwhelming myself in the beginning. I gave myself the goal of 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes a day, you can carve out 15 minutes a day. I don't care how busy you are, I don't care what you're doing, you can find those 15 minutes to get something done towards your bigger projects. I have had people write while they're in the carpool lane waiting to pick up their kids. They're sitting there, they're waiting, the car's in park. Okay, they could be scrolling through their phone, or they could be writing. They could spend that 5, 10, 15 minutes actually getting something done. Because when you start to string a few of those days together, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, guess what? You're starting to look at hours of work pretty soon. Now, I will say it takes a little planning. So you can't hope that you will remember to do this when you're picking up your kids. You cannot hope to remember to do this at various times of the day. You do need to have things set up depending on what your goal is. So for me, to use my example of the book, I did have my computer ready. I had certain things pulled up on my computer. So when I had that 15 minutes of time, I wasn't spending the first 5 or 10 minutes getting organized to sit down to do the work. It was ready to go. I call that setting yourself up to succeed, and it does take a little bit of work, like I said at the very beginning, but once you do that, so once you set yourself up to succeed, get things in place, prepare yourself for that underwhelming time, that 15 minutes, if you can set yourself up to succeed for that 15 minutes, you will know, I kid you not, you will be amazed at what you can get done. So I'm gonna leave you with my journal entry. If you remember last time, it was just a piece of fabric that I had glued to a journal page, and now I've got my health goals on here with action steps. Took me a total of 15 minutes maybe. So I broke it down into little tiny things. I glued the fabric, I cut the pieces of paper, and then I glued it on here, and now I have a nice little thing to remind me of a goal that I have set for myself that yes, I'm starting to achieve. Yay! So underwhelm yourself. Let me know how this lands for you. Get in touch if you need support. I'll talk to you later.